We've seen a rapid move in terms of how retail is changing. We've seen the threat of moving to online. We've seen that bricks and mortar has to become more relevant. Customers are more discerning these days. We've seen the move from the high street to online shopping move at a rapid pace as people adopt digital technology and living their lives through a 5-inch handset. This has posed a threat to retailers in terms of operating within the high street as to how they become more relevant to the customer. We here at MJ Flood Technology have helped and are continuing to help retailers upon that journey to add the relevance of bricks and mortar to a more discerning customer and to give greater choice in terms of that end-to-end experience. Customers, while they might like online, like tactile. They like to be able to touch the products, to be able to feel them, but they also like that ease of online experience.
Digitisation of the retail space has never been as important as it is today. The growth of online is considerable, it's significant, and it's growing at a pace all the time. So in order for retailers to take back the high street and to address the growth of online, I think it's important that they digitise and digitise sooner rather than later. MJ Flood Technology as an organisation has invested significantly in helping retailers to address that growth of online and to help them to digitise in a way that should be less risky and maybe less costly than with other organisations. At MJ Flood Technology, we deliver end-to-end interactive touchscreen solutions. These touchscreen solutions are designed specifically to enhance the customer journey. For instance, we have a hardware application here, and what this application effectively does, it's based on a problem I would have in a hardware store, and I'm sure many other people have in a hardware store. I typically go in with a project in mind, and I forget something. Or I go home and I haven't picked up all the necessary tools I need to execute in that particular project. What this does in a very simple and easy way is it shows you the step-by-step guides for you to complete on that hardware project. It shows you all of the tools you need to do that, and what it also does is it may suggest to you something on special that would be useful for you as well. What we can also do, using a QR code, we can allow you to download that how-to guide, that video, and everything you need and bring it home with you in your digital wallet that forms part of your mobile application. Again, it's a nice handhold. So we've gone into the store, we've downloaded the project, we've brought that project home. It's a nice end-to-end solution. Audience measurement and facial recognition software can provide some very deep insights in terms of what's happening in your store on a daily basis. What this technology effectively does is allows us to analyse, using facial recognition software, the demographic profile and the numbers of people coming through on a daily basis. What we have here is a very good example of in-store digitisation. Previously, on this particular section here, you would have had an A5 piece of paper, and that piece of paper would have had information in relation to this particular handset. So what we've done with our client is we've developed a fully integrated interactive solution here. And what it has is when the screen is not being interacted with, it's running some digital signage. As soon as a customer touches the screen, it then goes into an interactive application that's particular to that particular handset. And it has some really cool features like, you know, we can do a 3D rendered representation of that particular handset. We can look at all the various features. We can look at some videos in relation to that handset, and we can look at all the price plans in relation to that handset as well. In the background, it's also picking up lots of data and intelligence in terms of how many people are interacting with it, what devices, you know, are they most interested in, and what's resonating with them. So this is an application that we're really proud of. Something we did with Easons to commemorate the centenary of the 1916 Rising. And what it is, I suppose, is a classic example of how we can interweave interactivity in a retail setting. So what this application effectively does is a chronological run-through on the events leading up to the Rising itself, and then the aftermath then into independence. And there's a significant and huge amount of granular information on the people, you know, associated with the Rising, and then also some other events that happened at the time. Now, obviously, from Eason's perspective, they're in the business of selling books. So what they do offer to people who are interacting with the touchscreen is they will offer some additional reading that might be of interest to them. We're really proud of it because we know it's had a significant amount of interactivity with that application in its flagship store in O'Connell Street.